Howdy folks, EJ here. It is summertime, and that means it is the perfect opportunity for me to open up my new inn, the Prancing Pony, which is totally an original name. There is a road in that direction, and there are some signs that point you over here, but it is still far enough away from the road in this nice little neat section of woods that no one will bother you, because it's far away from everyone, far away from the cities or any sort of villages. The only things to bother you here are the peaceful sounds of the forest. And this is obviously a very neat forest. I've spent some time clearing it out from all the poison ivy and weeds and stuff. So it's very nice. I'm very proud of this. But unfortunately, I won't really be able to stay around and see how the business is going for the next couple of days because I have a vacation to go to. So I will have to head back over to that road and take care of some business before I come back. Then I will come back and see what's going on around here and perhaps open this up for business. So I am going to go ahead and hit my secret button to close it up for the moment, and then I will be off. What are you doing here, chicken? Get out of my way. Let's close up shop. Perfect. Well, that trip went longer than expected. Oh my goodness! What happened here? My cottage. My cottage is gone. It's destroyed. Pig, did you do this? Even the forest is messed up. Man, my vacation was longer than I thought it was. I came back and I expected everything to be normal, but oh, this is like a terrible place now. I really should have maintained this better, shouldn't I have, Mr. Pig? Oh, this is just awful. Look at this, there are spider webs, there are bushes, and these roots have gone out of control. And then what is this? This is like some offering to a god or something? An idol of some sort? I don't even know what happened here. But apparently it's been abandoned too, because it's gotten kind of old and overgrown. Man, this wood is just... oh, this is terrible. Not only is this forest absolutely destroyed, but my house is completely rotted away. It looks like nobody's been here so long. Oh, this is awful. Even the mushroom over there is starting to rot and look horrible. Oh my goodness. Wait, what is this? Oh no, somebody is starting to encroach upon my territory too. Look at them, they're spilling fumes into the sky. Oh. This man is taking my property. Whoa! Oh! No, I'm not going to do it. This was such a nice place. This was going to make me tons of money, but now it is absolutely destroyed. Oh, this is unfortunate. We can't have this kind of chickens. I appear to be hungry.
Yes, watch me eat your friends. And eat you too. Pig, you're next. I'm sorry, Mr. Pig, but it has to be done. You did not oversee my property correctly. Nom 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 nom, stupid swine.
One job, Mr. Pig. One job.
That's what I think of you.
Let's see if my secret button is working. It is. That's surprising. Well, hopefully it still works. It apparently does. I have been transported back. Now, this is an interesting concept that I came up with. It kind of goes along the same lines as one of the other redstone things that I demonstrated just a short while ago. Instead of this being a preview mechanism though, this time I used it to be a cool transition or switch between places. It's a cool little technique you can use for adventure maps and stuff. For example, so this is a redstone contraption that I whipped up. If I dig down here, you will be able to see the redstone that makes all of this work. So, this button not only comes over here and closes the doors, but it also activates a whole bunch of redstone command blocks. Now, it looks kind of messy down here because I didn't really worry about the space efficiency or if anything like that. I just kind of threw this together and made it work. But let me try to uncompact this and I will show you how this all works. Now, here is the redstone and command blocks once it is uncovered. It all starts when you push this wooden button. It powers this line of redstone, which almost immediately powers this piston, pushing this redstone block out of the way, unpowering these, and allowing these torches to turn on. These doors, once they receive a signal, will close. Now to get your doors to close, instead of open when you give them a signal, instead of placing a door like this, so that this is the closed position and this is the open position, you simply come around here and place the door like this. So this is when it's closed and this is when it's open. This is just a tiny little thing over here that when I pull the lever inside the house, it just reopens these doors. So when you pull this lever, it will activate this piston, pushing this redstone block back and resetting the mechanism so I can use it again. Now, simultaneously while that is happening, this line of redstone will also be powering this redstone dust, which will power this line of repeaters, which gives a whole bunch of delay. And these things over here will extend the signal, because it will instantly power this block, and this block will begin giving a signal here, but it will also be extended for 3 more ticks after that. So this will extend it by 3 ticks. Each of these extends it by 3 ticks, giving it a total of 12 more ticks. So those ticks added to the original 1.5 seconds of the wooden button leads to almost 3 seconds of pulse. So that will come along here, giving a whole bunch of delay before the blindness sets in. This is something that gives blindness to me for 10 seconds. Then it will put me in game mode 3, so I don't have the annoying hotbar down here as I am in the next step of this little transition thing. So as that blindness sets in and as my game mode is changed, the signal comes along here and powers this grass block. As long as this grass block is powered, this comparator will turn on, which powers this block, which powers this redstone dust, and since this is in subtraction mode, it will subtract the signal from here and therefore turn it off. And then once it's off, it'll turn on again. So it will form a very fast clock constantly powering this block and running the command over and over again, which teleports me to the center of this little obsidian chamber, where I will be in complete darkness and unable to see what's going on while the rest of this machine works. So I will be stuck in there and unable to move for as long as this block is powered, and this block will be powered for quite some time because I have a very complicated and very inefficient way of extending the pulse yet again. Instead of doing it like that, I decided to just bring the signal around. So it is powered for 3 seconds from here, and then it is also powered as this one comes around very slowly and finally makes its way back around to here again. So this is another 3 seconds at a different time. It's a very complicated way and very inefficient. I just decided to do it like crazy because nobody was going to see this, but now you are seeing this. At the same time as that is happening, this command will also run, which will put the title in front of you. So that title runs, and it continues to run over and over again with lots and lots of places because we don't want it to go away too fast while we're still in the black chamber. Now, as the signal comes by, it'll also change the weather to rainy and play the sound of thunder just to make it have a cool little move as we're going, and it will continue the title for a very long time. Finally, once this grass block becomes unpowered again, this clock will turn off, which will allow this torch to come back on. This torch will power this repeater again, and it runs these 2 final commands. This teleports me somewhere else, I'll show you that in a minute, and it also sets me back to survival mode.
Now, obviously I am not the neatest redstoner, but I wasn't really trying to make this look pretty or be organized or anything. I was just trying to make this and fit it into the space that I had already dug out for myself. I had already created the background and then I wanted to put in the redstone afterward. But as a tip to you map makers out there, I would suggest that you always put your redstone and stuff that you're going to do in first and then worry about your decorations afterward. Because I cannot tell you how many times I accidentally did this and flooded my entire thing, ruining every bit of redstone, and then I had to put it all back.
What the teleport commands do is they actually change me from where I am, because as you can see, this is a very different place from the old decrepit ruin that I had in the other area. So this is the first one I built. It is a nice little beautiful house, but then after pressing the button, that nice transition occurs and it says 5 years later, and then it teleports me over to here where I have an identical area, identical except for the fact that I've totally messed it up. And it looks really super ugly, and I've destroyed pretty much everything that was beautiful about the last place. I have added a nice little pathway though, and this is another map that I had lying around. So yeah, basically all it does is teleport me from over there to over here. And then this button over here just runs a teleport command that sends me back. And that's pretty much it. That's how this mechanism works. And if you would like to use this technique in your maps, adventure maps or whatnot, then feel free to, because I thought it was a pretty cool technique, and I will be using it in a lot of my adventure maps, because it's just such a cool little feature to be able to make you fade out, say 5 years later, play some creepy noises, and then have you come back and everything looks terrible. I like it a lot. I'll be using that for several maps in the future. So, hope you learned something, hope you enjoyed this video, and found this redstone technique to be helpful. That's pretty much all I have, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all later.